Hey guys, how's everybody doing? This is just a quick video about my Savage Mark II 22 long rifle that I purchased a few weeks ago. I got it through Bud Guns, so I had it transfer, so it took a little while to get here. Because of the holidays, I kind of ordered it like a week before Christmas, and it didn't get shipped out till like literally almost the middle of January, so I just got it like last week. On my previous video, I showed just some of the accuracy you can get out of this rifle, and it was very excellent accuracy. I need to get it to gun range and have it properly sighted in, so I can get it up to at least 50 yards. I know I can do a lot more with this rifle, more than just 50 yards, but here in Florida, you know, big deal, you know, 50 yards taking out a squirrel, possum, or raccoon is not a big deal. So I mainly just wanted it just to, I can actually go hunting. I've never been hunting, but I wanted to go vermin hunting, and I found out in Florida, depending on which area you go to, you can legally hunt squirrels, rabbits, possums, raccoons, and they do have designated areas in Florida where you can actually go to. So that's why I decided to go on that route. Now, the second other reason why I got it is because it was a very inexpensive bolt rifle. I only paid about, with transfer fees and free shipping and everything, I got it less than $250. I think I paid like $243, $242 or something like that for the rifle. So it wasn't a bad deal. I heard great things about this rifle. That's one of the main reasons why I got it also. I mean, the price point was great. It's very accurate for just being a stock rifle. Of course, you can add more things to it to make it better. You can change the stock. You can polish, you know, the bolt if you wanted to make it a little bit easier, you know, to charge in the next round if you want to. You can polish the ramp. Or you can paint it. I see a lot of people just go ahead and grab them, painting them, doing excellent camo jobs on some of these by just using a little bit of their imagination. So so I went ahead and I picked up, actually I already had the scope. I already had the scope and the rings. I already had the bipod. The bipod, I don't really like it. For some strange reason, it works great on my other 22 rifle, which it happens to be Spike Tactical 22 that I built from the ground up. Oh, well, the lower anyway, I built from the ground up. And then the upper I had a custom built by Spike Tacticals in Apopka, Florida. So so that's you know, that's a whole different beast. I can do a whole different video about that. But I went ahead and I picked up the scope at Walmart. I wasn't really going to put a, you know, inexpensive scope on it, because since it's only a 22, I wasn't going to put like a $300, $400, $500 glass on it. So I went ahead, I picked up a very inexpensive one. It's called Centerpoint. It is a 4x16 and it's a 40 millimeter tube on it. And it already came with the rings, so it was very easy to attach. Like I said, this was originally on my other rifles. I just went ahead and I transplanted it on here. So I had to mess around with the rings a little bit. Yeah, so I had to mess around with the rings a little bit just to go ahead and get it adjusted for my eye relief and everything. And it's a very, very accurate scope. I was very surprised. I mean, it's a little bit overpower. The 4x16, you know, is made more for like long distances. We're talking about 100, 200, 300, 400 yards. I mean, I'm going to have it set for 50. So, but still, I mean, for the price, $69.99 at Walmart, can't beat it. It's very clear, very nice optic, scope optic. And it's my first one. I never owned one. Very happy. I'll probably end up picking up a second one and reinstalling it back on my ST22. So. And like I said about the bipod, I wasn't too impressed with it. It is NC Star. It only cost me about $25. Like I said, this was also on my ST22. For some reason, it works fine on my ST22. But once I installed it on my Savage 22 rifle, it for some reason, I don't know, I don't know. it's just weird. It feels a little bit different. I might actually switch it out with a Harris bipod, which is a much better quality, and take this one and put it back on the other rifle. Yeah, if you guys notice this little baby right here, yeah, that's right. It is a thread protector, so you can add either a flash suppressor on there, a compensator, or you can add a suppressor on there if you want. Now, there is one little complaint that I have to give about this. For some strange reason, Savage makes these in different lengths. I don't understand why. But most 22 suppressors are 4/100th of an inch. And for some reason, these are either, when you buy them, when you purchase them, they're either 4/100th of an inch or 420th of an inch. So it's a little bit too long to go inside of a suppressor. So a good thing is I have one of these laying around, and it fits perfectly right on there. So when I put my suppressor, it's exactly 4/100th of an inch. So that way I'm not doing any baffle damage on my suppressor every time I shoot it out of this thing. And one thing you guys have to remember when you buy one of these is the bolt on these are extremely stiff when you first get them. But once you put about 50 rounds, they work with no issue. Like you can see, I barely have to touch it, bring it up, and I'm only using one hand to do this, so give you guys a pretty good idea. Another thing is the safety. For some strange reason, the safety is extremely stiff when you want to put it on fire, but when you want to put it on safety, it clicks on very quick and very fast. But when you want to fire, you really have to put some pressure on there to be able to fire it. Like you can see, I had to put pressure on there, but almost nothing to bring it back to the safety on there. See how hard I have to do it, and barely touch it. And that's pretty much about it, guys. Of course, it came with one magazine, so I went ahead and I picked up two other ones through Cheaper Through Dirt. They're not really the most reputable company when it comes to stuff, but for some reason their 10 round mags were actually a lot cheaper than some of the other places, so I went ahead and I ordered two of those. I don't have them out here right now. I'm not going to pull them out, but they are a little bit rough to get in there, but once you get them in there a couple of times and you shoot a couple of rounds through them, they start loosening up and they start coming in and out of the chamber a lot better. Ammo, I shot about 6 different brands. The only one I do have to complain about is the 60 grain Aguila. This rifle is not really made to shoot that kind of round. Because it is a very heavy round. You need at least a 1.9 twist rate on your barrel, so you'll be able to shoot it. On this one, I was getting like a 1.5 to almost a 2-inch grouping at 35 feet with this rifle. I mean, that's horrible. I mean, and I was shooting the quiet ammo through this also, and the quiet ammo, I was getting like a 1/4 inch grouping on those. It was just sick. But that's because that's a proper twist rate. I was doing also the Aguila 40 grain super subsonic, and I'm getting an excellent grouping out of those. I'm getting, but of course you also got to remember I'm doing this at 35 feet. That's why I need to go to a range and be able to do 25 to 50 to 100 to make sure which ammo works real properly, at 50 yards for this rifle. So later on I'll have a video about that, but this was just a quick video about some of the things I added on there and everything, what I tested on. If you guys have any questions, just leave something on the comment. I'll go ahead and I'll try to answer your questions as best as possible. And you guys have a good day today. God bless.